Welcome back to my channel. There comes a moment in every man's life when he looks in the mirror and for the first time he notices the lines on his foes, the silver strands in his beard, the slower recovery, the subtle shift. And in that quiet moment when the noise of youth fades, he asks himself, am I still attractive? Do women still not to see him as my best already behind me? But what the world doesn't tell you, what most men never discover, is this. There is a kind of beauty, a quiet, magnetic, commanding beauty that only a mature man can possess. You see, youth may grab attention, but it's often shallow, loud, and fleeting, mature masculine energy. That's different. It doesn't chase. It doesn't compete. It doesn't need to be loud because it's felt in air before a single word is spoken. Women don't just see an older man, they sense him in the way he holds eye contact without needing validation. In the way he listens with patience instead of rushing to impress. In way he walks, not fast, not slow, but with purpose. In the way he dresses, speaks, thinks, refined, collected, intentional. It's not about looking younger. It's about becoming sharper, more stoic or indenuable. Because let's be clear, a man who's lived through failure and fire. It carries his scars like armour, who dissent need attention, but attracts it flawlessly. That man is dangerous, that man is rare, that man is desirable. This video is not for boys who want quick tips to look cold. For men who want to become timeless. For men who are no longer chasing youth, but era ready to embrace the next level of attraction that only maturity can offer. So you've ever felt the sting of visibility? If you've ever wondered whether women still feel something when they look at you, or if you just know deep down that you're meant to walk this world with a presence that speaks without words, then stay with me because these 7 Stoic attraction secrets are going to shift the way you see yourself and the way women see you forever. Let's begin. There's a strange, almost silent pressure modern men face the moment they hit here, late 30s, 40s and beyond. A pressure that whispers through the media, hides inside dating culture, and creeps into the mirror with each passing year. It tells you that as you age, your power fades. Your doorbell tides, your relevance fades, your toll toe, slow down. 2. Step aside. Lit. The younger men take the spotlight. While you quietly become a background tractor in your own story, and most men accept that narrative, they stop treeing. They start hiding. They begin to believe that looking good, commanding attention, inspiring desire, those things belong to the past. But the truth that almost no one will tell you. A man's attractiveness doesn't fade with each. It deepens, sharpens, it multiplies. If he understands how to carry it, because unlike Youthwick, release on energy and aesthetics, macho masculine attraction is built on gravity. It's the strength behind your silence, the steadiness in your walk, the discipline in your body, thickness of your thoughts, the quarto, your presence when you enter, room and don't say a word. And yet, every woman's you see the truly good-looking gold man isn't defined by Botox, filters, or desperate style changes. He's defined by something ancient, ample, something women feel but rarely explain. A presence that comes from Ammon, who's lived deeply, suffered silently, and mastered himself completely. He knows what to wear, but doesn't chase trends, keeps himself, but doesn't flex, speaks little but, says more with his eyes than Mosman say in paragraphs. He isn't fleshy, but his aura leaves an imprint. And here's what makes it even more powerful. Most men will never become him because most men run from aging. But the high-value man, the stoic man, doesn't run. Hafanes, he doesn't fear the mirror. He respects it. He doesn't dress to look chunga. He dresses to look timeless. He doesn't compete with boys. Hell's like a man. In this video, I'm going to use you 7 powerful principles, fat separate average aging from iconic presence. These are the secrets that make women look twice, not because of pure age, but because of the weight yuck Yuri with it. So if you've ever felt like you were slowly being erased from this conversation, if you've ever felt invisible in a world that celebrates youth but forgets, that's Maddie. Or if you simply want to become thickened of man who ages not with fear, but with unmatched elegance, strength, and inalienable attractiveness, then this video is your moment. Let's unlock the 7 Stoic secrets to banger. Good-looking older man and show through her that your prime is just beginning. Point 1 on your age-like armor. Not a wound time doesn't break a real man, it builds him. And yet, so many men aging like a slow death sentence. They start hiding behind hair dye, filters, exaggerated clothing, or shallow humour. They fear each birthday like it's a countdown to irrelevance. But a stoic man, high-value man, doesn't view age as decline. He sees it as proof. Proof that he survived, grown, endured. Proof that he's harnessed gravity. Every scar, wrinkle, and grey hair becomes a badge of character. Not a blemish. Your age isn't something to mascot. It's something to master. When you walk into a room, you don't try to out-youth younger men. You out-we them. You out-calm them. You out-know them. You'll bring the weight of experience not for apparel, but because the fire no longer burns you. You became it. Napro brother is power that can't be faked. Datu upgrade your aura, not just your apprehension unique can dress well, but few men know how to wear energy. Because, and you cross into mature masculine attach, is no longer a bot stop. It's about signal, the way you carry yourself. Your eye contact, the pace of your breath, the energy behind your silence. This is where that true good looks of a man live. You don't need to be conventionally handsome. You do need to be intentionally composed. When your aura says, I don't chase back as I attract. I don't prove because I embody. I don't speak because my presence already does. That's when people, especially women, can't stop watching you. To style, it's part of it. A tailored shirt, clean boots, a scent that lingers in the hallway. It all matters. But those are just extensions off your core refinement. Upgrade your audite and the room won't care how old you wear. They'll only wonder why they can't stop feeling your presence. 3. Train your body to be a temple, not a trophy. You've seen the type. Men who still try to outlift 20-year-olds, flexing denlessly, training for attention. High in aesthetics and low on function. But Aeon of Substance doesn't train for applause. He trains for command. Helifs to stay strong enough to carry his own life and the weight of others when needed. He runs so he can play with his future children or walk miles insolence. He stretches so he ages with grace, not stiffness. You are not sculpting a statue. You are Montenegro vehicle for excellence. It's a strong body in your 40s, 50s and beyond, tells the world. This man respects himself. He honours his vessel. It's not waiting for life to slow down. He's staying ready for everything. Trust this. No woman's impressed by 6 apps if the man behind them is insecure. But a broad-shouldered, camide, firm grip. Older men with integrity in his spine. That's not fitness. That's feminine magnetism and motion. 4. Radiant, unshakable stillness. The sexiest energy on earth. Masculine beauty and loud. It isn't in flashy clothes or clever pick-up lines. It's in stillness. The stillness of a man who doesn't react emotionally to the chaos around him. Who doesn't need to win every argument, what pauses before he speaks. And when he speaks, it lands. That kind often disarms people, especially women, because most men fidget, overshare, compete, or interrupt. but the man Holians back in his chair, who listens without trying to fix, who holds eye contact without agenda. That man is remembered long after he leaves. Why? Because stillness implies mastery. ... It tells her I've been through the fire. I'm no longer afraid of it. Says, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm already impressed by who? Eve Beckham. That calm, that restraint, that internal gravity, it's the rarest form of masculine attractiveness. And the best part, it can't be bought. ... It must be forged. 5. Live with elegance in the details. That's where women fall. Here's the truth. Most men live like they're barely holding things stugger. Dishes piled, clothes wrinkled, lives scattered. They don't realise the most attractive men are chicks of their environment. Not the way your space smells, the way you pour her tea, the way your home is clean, minimalist, and deeply intentional. It's not about luxury, it's about elegance. Elegance is the rhythm of your life, that cum of your mornings, the glass off whiskey you sip slowly at night. The handwritten notes you still keep the quiet music playing while you read. This attention to detail tells her something. This man doesn't just exist, he curates life. And when a woman enters your world and sees that even your silence haystyle she want to stay, not because you begged, but because your life feels better than the noise outside. 6. Speak with wisdom, not volume on your youth. You may have spoken often to be heard, but now you speak so, your words scary. Wait. This is what separates Thagman from the magnetic one. He doesn't talk to be admired, he talks to connect. Ask her deeper questions. Listen for meaning, not just for replies. Compliment her in ways that touch the soul, not the ego. Speak slowly. Let the lens stretch. Be okay with not filling every gap because your presence is already speaking volumes. And when you speak, let your voice sound like it's been seasoned by storms and softened by insight. Not performative, not cocky, just real, because women are impressed by noise. Their mauve would be truth. 7 have a mission that doesn't envy her but makes her want to be part of it. Most magnetic man is the one. Wu doesn't make women the centre of universe. He has their purpose, a codier direction. He wakes up not for likes, but for legacy. He's building something, abusing a philosophy, a discipline, a body of work. And because of this, he doesn't need constantation. He isn't available 24/7s. He doesn't chase simply becoming woe he was meant to be. And when Chaz sees that, she doesn't feel excluded. ... She feels invited to witness tap support. To align with that journey, women fall hardest for men whose eyes set on something larger than approval because it makes them feel safe, like they're choosing a man who knows where he's going. This is the fine layer of good looks, as an older man proposed, because it sharpens your eyes. 8 straightens your spine, and it reminds her this man isn't trying to me. He's trying to build something eternal, and that's the kind of man who gets remembered forever. ... So now you know you don't need tax youth. You don't need to compete with latter men, and you certainly don't need to beg for attention in a world are addicted to surface-level beauty. Because when you live like this, with intention in your rituals, stillness in your soul, discipline in your body, and direction in your life, you don't have to prove your value anymore. You simply radiate it. You become the kind of man that doesn't need to ask for respect. These people feel at the moment you enter the room. You become the man women secretly crave, not because of your hairline or bank account, but because when they stand in your presence, they feel the one thing they've been starving for: safety, depth, and masculine. So, if you felt something in this message, if one of these 7 Stoic secrets made you stop and think, that's not by accident. That's your potential waking up. And now it's time to go further, because this isn't just a video. This is a philosophy, a way of living, a brotherhood of men who are Donna, pretending and ready to lead with quiet strength. If you're that kind of man, or becoming him, then subscribe to the Stoic Current right now and tap that bell icon, because every week I'll be sharing new Stoic lessons, deep psychological growths, and powerful masculine insights that most men will never hear. The world is full of noise. Let's choose depth. Let's choose discipline. Let's choose a kind of manhood that doesn't fade. It intensifies. Stay strong. Stay grounded. And remember this, you are not getting golder. You are becoming sharper. Wiser. Harder to impress and impossible to replace. This is the Story Current. And we don't age, we evolve. Until next time, stand tall, walk slow, and let your silence say,